Hey friends, how are you today? Welcome to Magnolias in downtown Norfolk. I'm Amy. We're going to do a fun Facebook Live today. I'm back after a little break yesterday. Did anybody see the post? Kate's with me.
Hello.
She's behind the camera.
I have officially come out of the basement.
Do you have a microphone on, Kate?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, do you?
Yep,
Okay.
I have it. It's hiding.
Are you going to say hi today?
I've come out of the basement. It's been a long week. Jen and I have been working tirelessly to get your orders packed up. I think we have almost everything from Saturday packed, everything from Sunday. So now we're working on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday orders.
So you know what day you ordered. This is your update. And
we're
also,
getting there.
When you do pack and ship their order, they immediately get a notification,
yes.
right?
Yep, you get a notification.
Okay.
UPS will be here at 3 today, so in a few hours. And they'll pick up everything, which is just so helpful. And
Our UPS driver's a good sport. I gave him a gift because he's a good sport.
Yesterday he came with a helper. So
oh, he did.
Yeah, we weren't up here. We didn't know, so we didn't give him his gift yet. But he brought a helper because for the past 3 days he's had 100+ packages to load up, and we always help him. There's literally 4 of us that help him out to his truck. But he brought a helper. He was prepared.
He was on it. Okay,
yeah.
So I got him a little gift, and I'm sure he's not watching. He's working hard, so he'll be. He just needs to be rewarded for the giant pile. He has to come with an empty truck, and he has to fill his truck here.
Yes. So if you're getting your order, we're super excited for you. Hopefully the glass orbs get to everyone okay. We packed them. We were super careful with them. So that is good. And then next year, we're not having those as a special buy. We're going to do something else.
Something not glass?
Not so breakable. Half the time was poor Natalie and Eileen in the back just putting bubble wrap around these little glass orbs.
We didn't think that through. Very careful about how the extra labor to extra pack them.
But that's all right. We made the packages pretty, and we got them all done, and kept our consistency up, and it's just taking us a little longer to keep our pretty packages done. And
so yesterday I helped them. Today I'm scrambling to get ready to say hi to you. So everybody's jumping on today. I'm missing everything. Kathy says her orders are arriving today. I saw all our friends jumped on and said hello. Sharon says we're doing an awesome job.
She got all her packages today. Oh my gosh! Good. Yay! That's good to hear.
Lindsley, yes. Jane's over here. She made some of your items. Kathy Lindsley got her packages today.
Oh, great.
Hello, Kathy. So that's exciting. That was a lot of fun things. Hi, Susanna. How are you? And we're going to do a different thing today. I decided to do a mashup based on a beautiful porch pot combination we made yesterday that was frosty and gold.
Love.
And I think that my mashup will be the Shine Bright Christmas tree, which is that bow up on top.
Mixed metals.
This is the Shine Bright Christmas tree options. If you've been paying attention, and if you're new, a quick brief post about that. We are doing 5 Christmas tree looks this year. We have the themes. Everything's all curated to be collected in a look. This is a look we call Shine Bright. You can either do it in a taupe platinum version with charcoal, or you can do it in a blue version. And then another look called Woodland Gathering is incorporating a bit of silver metal with leather and wool, as well as fur, and a couple new ribbons that came in.
I am so excited how you do this tree, because that's literally my tree at home, is like Woodland Gathering with champagne on it.
Okay.
So I'm super curious. And those amazing, almost purple red magnolias from last year with the champagne centers.
Okay.
And the beaded crabapple. My tree's weird.
She does have a different tree, but you'll see it soon.
So I'm excited to see
how you... She has to stay home and put it together. So if you stay tuned, I'm going to also show you some alternative ideas of things you can add to your Christmas tree, which is going to give it a unique focal point, maybe something different, and maybe inspire you to pick up something you already own and use it in a different way.
Oh, good. Kathy said her orbs arrived fine. That is amazing. I'm glad to hear it, because you never know. So, hello, thank you for joining us. We're in downtown Norfolk, Nebraska. We go live 6 days a week. You can check out our Facebook cover photo now for our schedule. It shows that our times that we're live.
I'm going to fling snow into the lunch that she thinks she's going to eat while I'm working.
I'm going to attempt to eat my food as we go.
As long as she mutes her microphone, you won't
hear me slurping my pad thai.
So my demo tree behind me is a 7.5 foot slim tree. We have some beautiful decor back on the mantle. We have a gorgeous little Santa peeking out, a Santa sign in gray. This is a platinum, champagne platinum, rose gold, and silver wreath combo. that is from the Shine Bright collection. Isn't it gorgeous? That's one that Larry made, actually. And that is just up here for inspiration. I gotta find the tag later. It's buried. And what I wanted to do today was start with the tree idea. Now, we did a tree workshop a couple weeks ago on a Tuesday evening, I think. Not sure. We need to do more live tree decorating. Today at 1:30, I have an in-person tree workshop today. So we're going to be using some of these things. You're getting a sneak preview of what I'll be showing the in-person guests today. And then if you also are local, Saturday at 10:30 is my last in-person tree decorating workshop. So that is coming up quick, and I think we need to make more posts about it. We've been so busy focusing on the workshops, or I'm sorry, on the open house, that we're forgetting about the workshops. So I'm going to take my standard green tree, and before I put all the trims on it, I am going to soften it and frost it with the addition of stems and picks. And you know what I would really like to do is take an angel pine garland and cut it. Can I do that?
Yeah, let me go find one.
So if you've got a regular green Christmas tree and you have been enjoying it for years, but you're always admiring, this is generally what I hear from my customers. I really love a snow tree. I think I want to buy a snow tree. I've never had a snow tree. Well, they are, newsflash, they're a mess. Like if you get them going at your house, it's going to be a disaster. But you also may have a perfectly good green tree and you want to just try out the look. You can purchase stems and picks that are frosty. Now this is what I'm going to use in the lower sections of the tree and out the top because of its longer, firm structure. I'm going to mix 3 kinds of frosted and snowed pine, including this garland, this angel pine garland here. And I'm going to layer this stuff in my tree to soften and mute the greens. So this is called, for $14.50, this is called the Snowy Plastic Twig. Oh, it's got a long name. Snowy Plastic Twig Christmas Decor Cone and Eucalyptus Spray. It's $14.50, hand wrapped stem, paper wrapped, so best for indoor use. Real pine cones, heavily snowed pine cones. If you spin them around, you can see the whole stem just got flocked on the top. And we're going to place 3 of these in my narrow tree. And we're going to also use this garland, which is our angel pine garland. And I realized that it is actually a very good value to purchase a garland and cut it into pieces, because I'm always telling my friends that are here asking how to do this, you're going to need like 20 pieces of snowy stems to get your tree into that effect. It takes a lot. And if you buy a garland that's 6 feet long for $54 and you cut it into chunks, you can actually get more than 6 chunks out of this. Here's what I'm saying. This is a plastic stem garland. It's pliable, it's not wired, so it's very easy to cut. You could probably just cut this with a regular household scissors. And if we cut it into chunks, we don't even need 1 foot chunks. We just need pieces of pine that are about 10 inches, maybe 8. And you could actually think it through and not just randomly cut like me, but you could cut longer ones to place towards the bottom and the shorter ones to use up towards the top. And we're going to just layer those in our tree before we decorate. These are chubby little pine pieces. They're thick. Have you thought of this before? So $54, if I get more than 10 pieces, that is less than the picks were. And if you cut a pick in half, it would be kind of skimpy. So there is a tip for you. Frosting your tree with chunks of pine that are snowy. And you could spend a little time stepping back and eyeballing it and creating the balance that you need to do to get consistency. But this is going to be my recent idea for a really good value on loading up snow in your tree. So as soon as I very quickly place a bunch of these, you're going to see the transformation right before your eyes. It works so easily. But a lot of people don't think of it. So it's an audition for a snow tree. You can see the snow flying. Probably isn't the best thing to inhale all this, huh? Is snow flocking dangerous? I'm not sure.
Is glitter dangerous? Because I've ingested a lot in my coffee.
Glitter could be dangerous. It does fall in our coffee. That's a true story. What do you call that? Glitter relay? GRI. Okay. It's definitely good to make sure you get a couple pieces towards the bottom. And then the third type I'm using is, where's my extras? I've got one right here. I must not have very many extras. Can you grab the box that's standing in the garden room of these guys? Thank you. This is $7.50. It's the Frosted Pine Spray, and it's 21 inches long, but it's like a little bitty mini fir cone piece. So this is the third style that I'm using. Can I do stem sets with the Snowy? Yes, I can. In fact, the way I'm balancing it now is setting me up for stem set, stem set, stem set, stem set. So you're ahead of me. You got the idea. Thank you.
And
So
Janet's going to get snow. We haven't gotten any snow.
Kate's waiting for snow.
Such a
we
bummer.
haven't had any.
This is what she did last year, and she did get the effect of a snow flock tree. Good.
Perfect. And you know, anybody who's got a fantastic tree going on needs to post that on the Magnolias VIP page. Can you drop a link for that, Kate? The Magnolias VIP page is the private website. And that's not right. It's a group.
It's a private Facebook group.
It's a private Facebook group. You can put pictures there, and people, it's a little informal. People love to comment and share things that they're doing and how they're decorating. So how far up can you see here? Not. This one is going, you can see I'm leaving the whole stem on, by the way. It's going straight up the top, and if you were overlighting your tree and adding more lights, one thing you'd want to do would be to work extra lights up into the top of the tree. We do have a really great set of lights for $55 that you can, they're cluster lights. They are very long, and you can add that box of those or two into your tree if you want some blinking and twinkling to happen in your tree. So you get the little bit of frostiness here, there, and everywhere. If you want to leave the stem on in these shorter areas and it doesn't fit, just bend the stem down. It will lay along the pole of your tree and fan out. If you're just jumping on, what I'm going to do is take this green tree and frost it up with some extra stems and picks, and then we're going to decorate with some of the Shine Bright collection stems and show you what is essentially a mashup of two of our tree looks, both Woodland Gathering, all white and snow, mixed with Shine Bright, which is a lot of platinum. So that's going to be the combo that we're going to end up with here. The best part will be the fun ribbon. The other thing I want to use are unusual accents as well. Now, my tree is kind of balanced. We've got quite a bit going on. I don't know if you can see the whole tree. There you go. And I'm only worrying about the very extreme front. I feel like you would want at your home to add pieces out sticking out the sides, and then this extending piece that trails out really adds a lot of interest. I think many of our artificial trees do not get broken up very well and have nice layers. They're it's like you took a hedge trimmer and made it too uniform and too straight. So breaking up straight lines is a nice way to soften the look of the tree also and take away that harsh edge. We're also going to put some fun stems in the top. So I'm going to mix these snowy seed sprays. That is exactly what they're called, snowed seed sprays. It's kind of a sagey green fabric leaf covered with flocking, and these are going to go up at the top. They're $6.50. Let's use 3, and then we're going to start working in our Shine Bright. So I'm going to very quickly outline the steps of a topper. In my tree toppers, we use full-size stem picks, and I often work in 3s. I use wired trees or trees with lights wound through them when I design, and it does help hold your stems in place because these stems slide into the top of the tree, and those light cord wires are actually helping the stems stay in place. Using the full length of stems keeps them from flopping out as well. So a couple different tips there. We're going to use the snowed seed spray, one of my very favorite spikes. I need 3 of these. This is the glitter amaranthus spray. It's only $5.50, and that's the platinum. And we're going to combo it with a little bit more spikiness. We're going to use just 1 of these glitter heather grass sprays for $14.50, but look how much material is here. So you can see when I fan it open, that's why you just need 1, and I need, there you go. I'm also leaving the tags on since this is just my demo tree, and we're going to stick these in the top of the tree, and maybe I can roll it back a hair so you can see it better. Try to make sure it stays in your line of sight. I'm going to start with the spiky single white piece first because I'm only using one. And we're going to pop that up there with the snow branch that we have already placed. And I am trying to work it into the center. Kate, can you pull the camera back just a hair?
Not a good day for you to wear white.
Well, or black. Yeah, is that what you mean?
Or, yeah.
Black. I didn't think that through today.
Come on, little camera.
Can you see it?
There we go.
There we go. So one piece centered. Here's our snow spray. And this is a quick tutorial on not only tree toppers, but adding snow looks to your tree. If you're just jumping on, I'm Amy, by the way. And we're also going to then incorporate more platinum in this tree look. Next goes this spiky item. The reason I'm putting it in next is I'm working from the tallest items down to the shorter items. My topper might have as many as 5 types of things in the topper. Whoops, before I do that, because I'm kind of short on this stool, I'm going to fan each of these amaranthus spikes into a little bit wider spray. There's 3 segments on each one. Again, those are $5.50 glitter amaranthus spray. Great value. I love using these. You might have bought them last year. Okay, let me not fall off my ladder here. We're going to slide that as close to the pole of the tree as possible, and I'm adding a good 10 to 12 inches out of the top of this little tree. So this 7.5 tree is easily becoming nearly 9 feet tall, especially since I've got a bigger stand under it. And this is a way to keep a tree more manageable, using less product and make it look bigger. How pretty is that? So you got several spiky things. Now a little bit shorter, our seed spray, plus it has 2 segments. So that will look nice up here with the frosted. It adds a little bit more frosty, but in a different texture. And do you see how pretty it sort of pops out to the side? It likes to drape out to the side, so we're gonna let it do that. And that's gonna pretty much finish up my topper. Now, one technique I didn't show very much the other night with our ribbon look was just running bows down through the tree. So let's make a quick bow and work that down through the tree next, and you can call that topper done. It could have more golds if you want to keep going. It could have, I think it would need more gold. It has quite a bit of white. Let's put a little bit more sparkle up there. We're going to put 3 pieces of these. $12. This berry spray is kind of gray, kind of a sagey green gray with a champagne color. It's called the Frosted Ice Dewberry, and these are going to look great in the stem sets. I would put 1 in the back and 2 on the sides here. And do you see how I've simply just stuck that into the tree? So far, nothing's wired. Nothing's secured, it's just kind of hanging out up there and it's working okay. Now we're going to run some ribbon down the tree. We have a lot of options for ribbon. Yep, any questions?
Hi Irene, she said, do you have a list of items you're using today? You can always, she's on the scaffolding and is listening.
Okay.
So you can actually go back to the replay of this video later and you'll see my comments with the links come up in order. You can also just go to our website and shop the Shine Bright or Woodland Gathering collections, or even go to the Christmas Stem collection and shop there. So there's a lot of different ways to shop, but we don't have like a list anywhere. We just kind of drop the comments.
We just are dropping the comments.
Pat says that topper is gorgeous.
It's a simple topper.
I think I
mean,
need that
boom, boom,
amaranthus stem because it's only $5.50 and it's 15% off.
New arrival. This is a champagne taupey color ribbon. It is only $15. That is super inexpensive. You're going to find all these on our website. This is from the Woodland Gathering. We have been using this wool felted looking thing, and this jacquard just showed up. It's amazing. It's 4 inches wide. Pretty wide. It's going to do better in a narrow tree with bows. If you have a 9-foot or bigger tree, this is a great scale. And that jacquard is gorgeous in gray and ivory, and it's $40 a bolt. But what I'm going to grab today is 3 ribbons here. We're going to take the Shine Bright Gold ribbon. I think I need a scissors. I thought I had a scissors. I don't see a scissors. Okay. Shine Bright Gold ribbon. This is being used in our Shine Bright tree. It's a very inexpensive one at $25. The perfect champagne color, nice gauge of wire, makes beautiful bows, very forgiving. And I'm going to quickly take 3 ribbons together and loop this into 2 loops. If I use 2 loops at this size and make a 2-loop bow, I'm not even using, we're just barely under a yard. So 1 loop, notice they're all stacked, boom, boom, boom. Champagne solid, felted, sheer. Wrong side up, this is the quick bow. Speed bow, flip it over, that's the trick. Half turn, sharp twist, flip it over, get 1 more loop in there. Wrong side up, sharp twist, flip it over, and we're gonna let the rest of this yardage run down our tree. This just needs a heavy gauge wire. I used an 18 gauge. Make sure when you put it through there, you're crossed over all your loose ends. And this wire will give me years of use since it's heavier. And if I wire it up really tight with my pliers, I can be sure that when I go to shape this, it won't pop apart. Now the reason this is only needing 2 loops is because I have 3 ribbons here. So immediately this bow, which is simple and minimal, will take up half of my tree here. And I'm gonna run this down the side. So we're saving the real estate in the middle for my accents. And we're gonna use this wire to tuck it up underneath my topper up here. There we go. And it is going to frame the side more or less of the topper. So far I'm deliberately leaving that empty, and we're gonna just run this ribbon down the tree. Now it will take 2.5 yards of ribbon to comfortably run down your tree. So to recap, we've used just about 1 yard to make the loops. We're now tucking and picking with a piece of pine. I'm grabbing it with the pine, tucking it in, and we're running it down the side. This is my front. We're gonna call this guy front and center here. This is a disaster of space, but if you wanted to cut this apart, you could. Since I'm kind of demonstrating, I'm gonna try to not cut everything up.
If you can't see comments, Janet, sometimes you have to like swipe over, or like if you're on your phone, at the bottom you'll see the little comment bubble. If you click on that, they should pop up too. Facebook changes stuff too much. As soon as I learn one thing, it's like, okay, nope, never mind.
New technique. Now I'm keeping them stacked for just a moment while I place the ribbon. That's my front. It's aiming down the side of the tree. I am making big swoops, and as I swoop it in, I'm using a pine spray to catch it. Now that you've placed it and your pine is caught, we can take the segments and open them up a little bit. This is 3, so there's a lot going on for ribbon, and it is beautiful and gorgeous, and you didn't have to work really hard to create a bow. There we go. So with my tails, as we have it here, I'm gonna just trim it off, make a second bow, and you'll have a very quick recipe. The recipe is we've used 3.5 yards in total to make 1 pass down the tree. 1 yard is up here, and there's 2.5 right here. Now you've got a 10-yard bolt with almost all the ribbon we sell. I'm gonna need the other felt that is fuller from the stand over there. The heavy felt, there's a bolt, and we're gonna use the other, the rest of the ribbon to make another bow. There we go. So we would come up a little short. We're almost, if you keep your bows at under a yard and you use your tails at 2.5 yards, you can make 3 cuts in your bolt of ribbon that are 3 1/3. This is a lot of math, so hang on, because we're all creators and this is math, but you can take 3 1/3 yards to get this done. And if you pre-cut it and your tree is not taller than 7.5 foot, you can get 3 equal chunks that will run the length of your tree and get you 2 loops. But the trick is you have to combine 3 ribbons or your bow would be very skimpy. So that's just a little bit of the formula, and there's so many different ways to come up with how to use a bolt of ribbon on the tree. But 3 cuts in my ribbon, 3 1/3 yards each, made into bows like this, will make 3 loop sets with tails running down your tree. So then it's up to you. You can do, I probably in a normal scenario would do a left, a center, and a right, and my bows would be the same way. Right now I want to show you a different idea for the focal point here in the front, so I don't want to run ribbon through there. I'm just going to frame the right side here with this extra pair of loops and the remaining 2 1/2 yards of ribbon running down. This is just a pretty combo, Kate. What do you think with the soft color in the tree?
I love it. I was just thinking about, I always like to do my bows over or add ribbon or add different color tails to my bow every year, just to kind of switch things up a little bit. Add a few berries, switch out, instead of red berries, maybe I'll do blueberries, things like that. And I just really love this soft, glowy combo. It looks kind of
soft and glowy is a good word.
Yeah.
Soft and glowy. This ribbon here is almost like a ombre effect, this one. And when you get that all placed and you tuck it in and use that pine to hold it, we do put ribbon on first, because ribbon, if you're going to run it through your tree and it's not bows, you need to have more time and take more care in the placement of your ribbon. And you really don't want to go back and move flowers and ornaments because your ribbon needed to go there, right? So just start with the ribbon first if you're running it through the tree. If it was simply bows, I wouldn't worry so much about it. You get the idea. Isn't that something? So a sheer blended with solids is a great formula. Keeping the combination mixed means it's less heavy. This one is nice and luminescent. This one's more matte, not even a holiday finish. And this one definitely is more blingy. So I hope you love that look. That's the start of my wintry mix here. Okay, keep spinning it around. I'm gonna take our tree apart. Now for a focal point fun idea, we're gonna use this little guy. This is a lantern with a church in it. Oops, backwards. Isn't that sweet? And he has a little picket fence, little fairy lights. The snow is on the inside of the glass or acrylic. And this is plastic housing. So it looks like metal, but it's actually plastic. The price point on this little baby is $55, lighted lantern with church, and I think it's about 12 inches tall. Because it's so light, and it does have an off and on the bottom, we're just going to place it in our tree and use this branch as its sitting surface and use a pine tip from above to hook through the little handle and secure it in place. So real easy. I'm not going to do any more than that to hold it in place, because when I want to enjoy it at night and I need to reach underneath here and turn it off and on. So I can lift it and move the switch. That's going to be our focal point right now. And it's different to do something like that. If you have a 9-foot tree, you actually will have maybe 3 focal points. One that you could do up towards the top, one more at eye level, and even a third one lower. If you have a bigger tree, sometimes bigger things look better in your tree. This open piece with the joy is beaded. So you have the stacked look of beads that's inset into the wood. This is a great tree accent as well. This is $35 for the joy beaded sign.
Irene says, question, I love the angel pine snowflake that you added to the tree. My daughter wants to buy a frosted snow train. I think it's called, but this is so much easier.
Do you get the, maybe I'm following?
Let me read it again.
Maybe
I love
I'm
the
not
angel
following?
pine snowflake that you add to the tree. My daughter wants to buy a frosted snow train. I think it's called, is that thunder?
Nope, it's the wind.
Oh, jeez.
It's so windy here today.
I thought that was thunder. Let me
see
go
that?
grab that.
There we go. So
I'm not
that's
sure if I
accent.
follow your question, Irene. Janet said, I missed you all being on the other day. I had magnolia withdrawals.
What? Is that what's happening? You guys are addicted to magnolias? Oh no. Okay, there is 2 really creative accents, and we're gonna then start working some flowers in and some bows. this piece and this piece together, super cute. There's another, one more idea that I wanted to share too. And I probably wouldn't use all 3 of these in one tree, but for the sake of illustration, this is so fun. Now, I can't say this is my original idea, but this little bristle tree, we all have them. We've all seen them. This is, I think, $6.50. The price must have been on its bag.
I think they're $8.50.
They're $8.50?
You're not the best guesser. We'll look.
I will stop guessing.
It's a habit for you.
It's platinum. I guess wrong. So at the showrooms.
Oh, dang it. She was right. It's $6.50.
Oh,
and it's 15% off, which makes it $5.50. Dang.
I thought they were so cute.
You were right. I was wrong.
We did this 2 years ago in our trees.
Hi, Karen. We got all of our Saturday orders out. Most of the Sunday orders out. I think there was just a few here and there that we had some issues with. And then we are working on Monday and Tuesday orders now, and Wednesday, of course. So
we're getting there.
We are getting there. And thank you for allowing us that day to catch up. And we are ready for you. We've just been getting so many orders every day, which we're so thankful for.
It is a lot of fun.
But yesterday was so crazy. I just told Mom, I was like, can you just like one day, just stop one day? You have too many good ideas. You're enticing people.
She needs me to stop talking to you because she's scared of all the order shipping she has to do.
Jen and I just needed a little catch-up day.
They just need lots of coffee and they'll be okay. They'll
be
fine. It'll be fine.
Mom did get us cappuccinos, and
it's
we
just
were
interesting growing pains.
We were going so fast.
I'm going to pull a yard of my beautiful jacquard. I now have 2 bristle cone trees in the tree. Bristle bottle brush. That's what I'm trying to say. Bottle brush.
No, they are bristle.
Bristle cone bottle brush.
Tabletop bristle pine tree.
I'm just using the pine around the little stem above the base to suspend them in there. It's especially fun if you've got bigger, graduating to smaller. Now maybe you love all the fun focal points, but I'm simply doing it to illustrate different accent ideas. Things you might already have at home that can become tree filler, or different ways. Maybe you don't need to buy, maybe you need to buy something because you love this idea so much, but many people have objects that they love that they can repurpose into their tree to do something different with. Now, this is the jacquard I said is quite heavy and wide.
I got that ribbon, and I'm excited to see how you use it because I wasn't really sure what to do with it. I'm just gonna twist it.
One pine catches over here. It's about a yard. A pine piece is catching it. Its pretty little end is out here. We're gonna sash it across, and underneath as a little accent here. And another pine tip is gonna catch it. We're just going to now add a 4th, that is a 4th kind of ribbon. And let's put some fun accents in here.
Tammy, those red LED candles were regular price, and I believe they're all sold out now. Gone. The Believe sign I just dropped a link to, it is actually wood. It's a solid wood Believe sign. And you could totally spray paint it if you are itching for another color. It's the perfect surface.
Think on Pinterest and TikTok, everybody's spray painting. I saw them spray painting little nutcrackers the other day, black. It was like really modern. You know how a nutcracker is usually a chaos of color?
Yeah.
And somebody on TikTok sprayed them black and did like a black and white theme. Oh, that was smart.
Kathy, yes, we do have a lot of amazing customers that apparently love our stuff. I mean, I'm glad. We always try to pick the pretty things.
We try. I always tell people I try not to buy the ugly
survived.
stuff.
Yeah, Lisa survived one day with replays.
Here is the 17-inch poinsettia spray, Kate. That is all it's called, but it's kind of a rosy champagne and champagne combo. Rosy gold champagne, but these leaves have a pearly velvet in a almost rose gold.
So those are on sale. It's the platinum poinsettia spray, and it's on sale for $6.38.
Now I like it with the jacquard because this tone is really the background color of the pattern of the ribbon. Let me show you close up.
And I think that berry is called the dewberry.
The dewberry?
Platinum frosted iced dewberry.
So again, if you're just jumping on, this isn't actually a layout in any of our trees currently. This is a mashup between our Shine Bright collection, and this is in Woodland Gathering. And we're using combinations of things from both collections to show you how you can cherry pick and create your own custom combination. And if that happens and it makes it a little inspiring for you, I think that what we're learning is that our Woodland Gathering tone-on-tone all white frosted grade color palette. People like neutral things. This is still neutral, but it's just in a different blend. So now we can take these little pick sets, and yes, Kathy said I think you can blend those and layer them on your snow sprays. It's very pretty to do that one especially. But since we've already got them in here, like that guy, we'll just add those over the top and create some little floral accents. So that is one tip for your tree, and then you would just proceed to keep adding the flowers, keep adding your decor. One of my favorites, this very large, great value, $9.50 for the sequined glitter ball drop ornament. You would then work from flowers next to ornaments last, and that would give you a pretty combo. A lot of what I'm using still works with the bows that we're doing from the Woodland Gathering collection. These are the bows, what did we call these? I think we might have called these Woodland Gathering bows. If you prefer this combo with the mixed metal, the white leather, and the wool, also really pretty with this look. Absolutely works. These are ready to go for sale. What I just did in here was cut this 1 yard chunk of the jacquard, and the tree probably needs 5 more pieces. But I think that works out perfectly because this bolt for $40 is 10 yards, so you would still have 5 yards to work through your mantle or something.
Oh, good point.
So buying a full bolt is never bad. Buying extras is preferred because we change our ribbon every year. Very rarely do I bring back ribbons because it's just more fun to have new ones, right? So
it's 100% more fun to have
sashes.
new.
Yeah.
This year I was like, there's no way I need more. You know, I have so much, and then I was like, oh, look at this thing I don't have. I need that. Right. Good.
So hopefully this becomes a little bit of an inspiring idea using something different in your tree, the cone trees, the flowers, the pine sprays that are snowed, added first, all different ways to change the direction that you might have been thinking of how you're going to do your tree, and think outside your box of ideas, right? Something different. And this sashing thing works especially well for large ribbons that you just need to skimp on, either because of the price or just the scale in your tree. If you keep going with this look, a couple things I need to reach over here and grab.
Do you want me to grab something for you? You got it?
We have so many fun garlands, and one day we did a garland live
Oh,
video.
the garland bar live was a lot of fun.
So with this look, I absolutely recommend this garland. It's my fave. I love, love, love it. I probably need this on my mantle this year. I better make sure I keep one for myself before things sell out. The tag is down here. Here we go. I'll tell you how long it is. It is a wired garland, real heavy wire. It's a 6-foot snowed pine garland with cones, $79. It does have natural cones and these different tips. So flocked, and most of the green is covered. It's really snowy. But unlike the one that I cut apart and put in the tree, which was $54, this one has a wire, so it's very shapeable.
Lisa says she needs a tree in every room for all her ideas.
You know, that's kind of how I feel about it too. And
Lily, thank you for the stars. That's so nice. Stars are kind of like a tip. It's like tipping us.
Stars are like tips.
Facebook's versions of a tip.
So what we could do is take this completely snowed garland and let's add a little bit of bling to it. If I can get this guy, there we go. And this is a 6-foot, so they're both the same length. What's this one called, Kate?
That is the laurel leaf garland.
Perfect. So you would just lay them as close to the middle as you can.
And that garland's only it's on sale for $25.
Is it? Okay. And you see how I'm just twisting? Right now I've laid this next to the stem. I'm taking this big chunk and this chunk, and because they are wired, these little pieces, I can just cross them and give them a twist, just like the bread ties on your loaf of bread. Look at that, it stays together. So when you incorporate the two, then you get the custom combo that matches your tree. It is really pretty. This is like a leather leaf. If I hold it up close, can you see? It's gold on the front and ivory on the back, so it's a vinyl type of leather, and they're made into laurel leaves.
Deb, better late than never. If you're just joining us, we are doing a mashup. Not we, Mom. Mom's doing a mashup.
She's sitting
I'm
on
sitting
the
here. Of Woodland Gathering and Shine Bright for a totally new look that you won't see on the floor. You're only going to see it in this live. We are online at shopmagnoliasonline.com, in store in downtown Norfolk, Nebraska.
Come visit.
We are live 6 days a week, open 6 days a week right now. We are open Sundays from noon to 4, and we have lots going on every day. We have a tree decorating workshop this afternoon. We have another one on Saturday. Those will be the last 2 in-person workshops.
Go.
Can't believe how fast
Head on
time
over.
is flowing.
There's still room today. So if you're in town and you want to come to the workshop today at 1:30, just run on down. We'll get you a seat because there's a couple seats left. It will work out great. So this is my combo. If I scoot my tree over, I can maybe show you how this would look on the mantle.
Do you want me to tilt the camera down again?
Let's see.
Just going to give this a little adjustment.
A rolling stand tree is definitely a plus around here. The other thing that is so beautiful up on our mantle, so we put the joy in the tree. You saw that. Kate dropped the link.
I did not.
You did not drop the link?
No, I must have missed
forgot.
that.
Okay. We
Don't
also
know where
have,
I was.
I'm going to move him so I can place my garland. We have this beautiful Santa Claus. Look, he's holding an owl. Isn't that pretty? And a little woodland squirrel there. This one is really outstanding, but it lights up, Kate.
It does. There's no batteries in it.
Do you see the lights on the trees? There's little LED light bulbs sticking out of the Christmas tree.
Is that the Frosty Friend? No.
I'm so sorry. I'm going to hand it to you to figure out, but the tag is not on it, and I'm simply trying to make sure I don't break something while I lay this up here. We also have our extra large Believe sign up here. This is a great garland because these longer pieces, if I step out of the way, are able to just pull down and shape and drape a little bit.
Here it is. It's the Light Up Forest Santa figurine. It's on sale for $50. We have 2 styles. We have a Santa holding a wreath and a Santa holding an owl.
Okay.
So you can pick your style.
And then we're going to stick our Believe back up here. This is a very large pale gray wooden Believe word, and that price is can't quite see it.
Believe? That's all right. I dropped a link to it like a million times.
That's the one you got earlier. Okay.
Bye.
It kind of needs a book under it, but I'm not going to go
it's
looking for the book.
$44.50 on sale for $37.
And we're using this as our decor accent too. This is $89. He's pretty. That's really nicely done.
Everyone's
it's a wood
loving
board.
it.
Here, if I show the back, you can see it. The wood board with the image on the front. So really a fun, rustic look.
Gorgeous.
And I vote for a couple of books back here for height, but we'll keep moving because I don't have them. So that looks good on the mantle. But there's more. Wait, there's more. For only $19.99.
There's always more.
This would be another fun accent. So just a couple of ways that we're blending decor pieces from our Shine Bright collection, like this light airy garland, with our Woodland Gatherings collection, so that you can get this fun mashup of color that we're doing that is kind of gray, champagne, snowy, and frosty. This is $25.50, and it's called the glittered maidenhair garland. Oh, diamond glittered maidenhair garland. It is a nice little piece because you can tuck it in everywhere. $24.50 is good price to just create an extra little accent. And this baby tree is $79. I love him because he doesn't have an ugly base. He is nicely finished, or you can stand him on something to make it look like he's standing in a pot. It has a wood base, so it's not ugly and you have to try to hide it with something. Really nice. Okay, we're going to twist that. He also needs lights. So we have another video featuring lights the other day. There's so many kinds, several of which we sold out of. You know what this really needs? Those little birds.
Oh, of course.
Jane, do you have any white snowbirds? Poor Jane, whenever you're here, I always think of things that
There's always something.
Jane can help me find. Okay, how cute. It gives it some sparkle. Perfect. These little baby boxes of little birds. That's what this needs.
Well, so Kathy got one of those.
The $79.
Could you use that little tree in a porch pot?
You could use this little tree in a porch pot. I wouldn't
put it outside.
I would make sure it didn't get wet. I don't think that the flocking, you know what will happen is it'll just get dirty. But it really wouldn't hurt it. It would just get
Why do you cut that dewberry apart?
I could cut it apart, but I don't want to
For
ruin.
display purposes, we won't.
We won't. You could cut it apart, but I think I could spike one up. You know what? You guys need to see this, but I don't have a work surface. Kate's probably right. It'd be easier to pull this, like rip it apart into pieces. I don't think we have one torn. And if I don't rip it apart, you could just layer. It wants to drape down anyway, so you could just layer a couple of them down instead of trying to make it go up. It, of course, would look cute with a little bit of ribbon. And then you could clip these little guys right on your tree. This is a box of, is it 6?
I'll have to look here. Janet, I dropped a comment. I think probably you weren't seeing comments. That is a sold out sign. As we grow older, Christmas becomes smaller. That sign is sold out. And the base garland, I better remember what that was called.
These are so fun.
Snowy garland something. I'll look.
The base garland?
Yeah, the garland you use in, no, that's not it. What was that called? I'll find it.
Okay, she'll find it. Just a couple of picks and a couple of birds. What's nice about the birds is they come in a box for $9.50. The price is missing. I think they're $27. I don't want to be wrong because Kate will make fun of me. 5 to a box. Okay, $27 for 5 little birds. Just takes a couple. And then yes, I think the topper would certainly need a little bit of a bow. I would imagine the best bow for the job would be the gold sheer because it's light and airy. This is still attached to my tree, but you can see that would be the right kind of bow for the job. Really cute. Now we have a whole collection. Beautiful wreath. I love the Santa art on the mantle. Look at how the gold stands out of the snowiness when we added that to that garland. This is a perfect combo.
That's so cute. Now you got to do that at my house.
Now we got to go to Kate's
Because I
house
have one of
and
these
decorate.
little trees, and I usually just sit them around, but that's way cuter.
You could put this in a porch pot. You would just have to figure out how to secure the stand so that it didn't go falling off. But at home, if you stand it on a pot, you can almost like turn a cylinder pot upside down and stand it on top, and it looks like it's potted. This would be another perfect option if you're doing the identical match to the pick in the tree. This is the matching garland. And this garland is $35. It is 6 feet long, and it's the match to the pick that I showed at the very beginning, and that pick is spiking out of our Christmas tree.
And that one is on sale for only $30.
Perfect. It would look really great with that leather garland. I call it leather garland, but it's a laurel leaf garland. That one would be a perfect combo to add to this to twist the gold in. Another thing that I pulled that would also be pretty to add more sparkle is this really dainty guy. And this is
the frosted prickly juniper garland.
It's $25.50.
It's on sale for $21.
Oh, good. Well, it works everywhere, especially like it's so delicate you can hang it in your light fixtures and drape it on a chandelier. That's one of my favorite things. Or if you have a skinny shelf or a tiny little mantle, or you have lots of objects on your mantle, this is a good piece that is very forgiving.
Linda
no wire.
says that would look adorable on an island in a kitchen.
Oh,
Pat
sure.
loves all your amazing designs.
We've got lots
Taylor
of
Ray,
goodies.
she says beautiful.
There's
Nancy
plenty to choose
just
from.
joined. So, is this your last one for today?
This is the last one.
Yes,
for
we
today.
have a in-person tree decorating workshop today.
I gotta get ready.
That we'll get set up for. And we have so many amazing ideas. And I just wanted to say again, thank you so much for keeping me busy these past few days.
Kate's
Jen and
not
I
been
have
bored.
been shipping fools.
Kate
shipping
has not
like
been bored. I'll step out of the way
crazy.
so you can get one more look at that Christmas tree today. So just to recap some of the things we did today, we showed you how you can add pine chunks that are snow flocked into your green Christmas tree, both by cutting up a 6-foot garland and by adding stems and picks that we had pre-selected. Then we also talked about objects that you can put in your tree, like this lantern or the word art sign itself, as well as using these bottle brush trees twisted into the pine, standing upright, floating in your tree, which is a fun and unusual idea. This is a combo of items from the Shine Bright collection on our website and Woodland Gathering. And by kind of doing a mashup, we created a whole new look, which is the beauty of it. When you're here in the store, it's so much easier than trying to collect online, I'm sure. So hopefully these ideas helped you think of some different groupings that might be fun to try in your home today. Lots of things to get done around here. I'm going to gear up for my next workshop, and if you are local, Saturday at 10:30 here in person, we have a 1-hour live tree decorating workshop, and that will be the last one of the season.
Can't believe it.
Well, thanks for joining me.
Geez Louise, it's November 10th already. Where
late.
did the time go?
Thanks for joining me. We are excited to move on with the rest of the day. Glad we got to say hi and touch base with all of you. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll be back tomorrow.
You better de-snow yourself.
I don't know. This might be my look for the day. We will hang out again tomorrow at noon, and I'll catch you then. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.